don't want to sing no song. I don't want to sing no song. I hate when I sing. Where's my money? How come I never get my money? I never get my money.
This is PSIR, PirateScream Internet Radio Interview with Bill Hinzman. We're here at Millcreek Mall, Erie, Pennsylvania, here with the Eerie Horror Fest meet and greet for their convention with the Warner Theater from October 9th to 12th. Right now he's actually got quite a few fans coming through, and they're signing pictures, or he's signing pictures, and in just a moment we'll have an interview with him.
Okay.
All right, Bill, this is PirateScream Internet Radio. We do a show called the Trainwreck Show.
Okay.
And we're here to interview you on behalf of the Eerie Horror Fest. And we realize that the Warner Theater is going to host what is October 9th through 12th, the convention there. And I noticed the 40th anniversary of Night of the Living Dead.
Yes, it is.
And I actually watched it a few days ago in preparation of this, and watched your dramatic entrance, and noticed you followed all the horror movie intros, including the classic where she falls down trying to run away from you.
Yeah, I get a lot of use. They get a lot of use out of me.
Do you ever, in normal life, just ever scare anybody? Did they ever recognize you back in the beginning there? You did a lot of cameos, I noticed. And,
no one usually recognizes me until I go to a show. And then, there's been enough pictures of me in my civilian outfit without makeup that the people at the shows recognize who I am. But if I'm out in the street, nobody recognizes me.
Well, you've never scared anybody?
I look too much like everybody else. Tall, skinny guy. Yeah.
Well, I didn't know. You get fanatics every once in a while that might just get a little scared. I didn't know if no good stories about
I've had women come up to my table and act scared, which is good. But other than that, no.
Now, you had a chance to direct some of these horror films?
Yes. A couple of my own films I did, Majorettes and Flesh Eater. I produced and directed, and acted in Flesh Eater, of course. It's a lot of fun doing that stuff. I've directed tons of documentaries and commercials and so forth, so it's nothing really new.
Now, how do you feel on the black and white versus the color? It seemed that the black and white, you didn't have to use as much gore to get the effects that you needed to scare somebody.
Well, that's true in a way, but I don't think the color has anything to do with it. I think guts are guts, whether they're black and white or color. And same with blood. I mean, how many people know that the blood in the black and white is chocolate syrup?
Right.
But it looks like blood.
It's probably cheaper to do a black and white, right?
Yeah.
Now, what about the music scores? You've heard some of this heavy metal, ear-bleeding music that they've used in some of this stuff.
I'm a fan of all music, and I think you need all types of music. When I go to some shows down, especially one in Orlando, I forget the name of the show, Scream Fest in Orlando every year, I introduce some of those bands. So, I kind of like it sometimes.
Oh, some of it's enjoyable.
Yeah.
We play some of the bands. We have a couple local bands also.
Yeah.
As far as why people enjoy the horror movies, do you think that they're just testing their own fears or challenging how much they can take, or do they actually just that adrenaline rush they're looking for?
I think it's adrenaline rush. I think that's what they're looking for, is the adrenaline rush. Adrenaline. Say that again.
Adrenaline rush.
Yeah, adrenaline rush. I think that's what they're looking for. And I think people just love being scared,
I know you bring your spouse or your girlfriend, so they'll cling to you a little tighter during those scenes, but...
Yeah, that's the case most of the time. But no, I think people just love horror films, and they'll continue doing that. And I think the resurgence lately of zombie movies is fantastic, so that's great.
Now, 40 years ago, did you think you could make a career out of this?
Well, I had already been making a career out of filmmaking.
Right, as acting.
Yeah, not acting, because I'm a cinematographer, I'm not an actor. George and I had been shooting films from 1962 when we met, TV commercials, industrial films, and eventually we made Night of the Living Dead as a feature film, which, any filmmaker wants to make a feature film eventually. And that's what we did. And who knows, we thought we were going to make a film that would go to the drive-ins, make some money, and enable us to make another film. And it is what it is now.
Definitely a cult classic.
Yeah,
no doubt about that.
Let me get this, John.
No, go ahead. To get back to
our interview.
That's why the fans always come first, right? They're the ones that pay the bills.
That's right. If it weren't for the fans, wouldn't it be Night of the Living Dead, the classic?
No, I have an offbeat question for you. Who do you think is the least horrifying political candidate we have right now?
Oh shit. I don't think I'm going to vote for either one of them.
Really, isn't it scary? I mean, we come to the choices. We used to.
Pretty bad.
One of the questions used to be, who's the worst of the two evils?
Yeah.
And now it's come to the point where you don't even know if there's one that's least.
I think you have to look at the vice presidents, because one may be assassinated right after he's elected, and the other might die right after he's elected. So you got to look at who the vice presidents are that's going to be president.
And that is a big question
scary.
now. It's definitely changed over the last 40 years.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Well, I appreciate you taking your time. Is there anything that you would like to leave us with that you've learned over the past 40 years of scaring people?
Never thought it would be so easy.
Well, we thank you. And we thank you for your time. And do you mind leaving us with a soundbite for PirateScream Internet Radio?
Please listen to PirateScream Internet Radio. This is Bill Hinzman, Zombie #1.
Thank you.